Hey, Cowboy Nation. I was going to do a video about how bad Terrence Steele is. But I'm going to do that at another date. This one is more concerning to me. The defense. Looking at the past two games, yes, the Cowboys gave up a lot of rushing yards against the Eagles and somewhat to the Giants. Now, they really didn't give up a lot of passing yards because Brown and Smith supposedly was hurt and they was out there for as decoys. But against the Giants, the Cowboys secondary got torched. And I think they only managed to get one sack, and that was Houston. Now, with all that said, this defense Eberflus putting out there is looking so much like Mike Nolan from 2020. And if you remember, at that time, the Cowboys, they was running a similar defense to Quinn before 2020. But then, when they hired McCarthy, he brought in Nolan. Nolan want to bring in a 3-4 defense. But from my understanding, a lot of the players was confused with the coverage with their assignments. Fast forward to this year. The exact same thing is happening. Many people, many players, especially on the secondary, they're confused. I mean, it's a lot of confusion out there. Yes, we do not have the talent on the defensive line. Yes, we already know that. And the secondary is getting torched as well. But there's still no excuse for the defense coordinator not to make the defense somewhat simple. Because every time when I saw the Cowboys run a cover 3, and you don't have the personnel out there to run a cover 3. And then you can run a cover 2 or temper 2, whatever you want to call it. But again, I do not trust our safeties. I do not trust our safeties. They're out of place. They're past their time. The offensive line, it can't be done. So, man, the defense, you might as well just chalk this up. Go out and find a better defense coordinator. Or better yet, if you're going to keep this system and Eberflus, draft, and pick up the free agents that would best fit his system. Go back and look at the roster he had for Indianapolis. That's what you got to go for. So that means that the Cowboys are going to have to invest in a good defensive line, tackles and ends, because you just can't keep switching out defensive schemes. If they decide to get rid of him, next year will be the 5th year of the Cowboys having a different defensive scheme, and that is no way to build a team. And again, you got to put that on the GM. But as of right now, Eberflus, if you don't get your act together, you're gonna be just like Mike Nolan. Out.